And this one is a signed statement or agreement between participant and agency, aka your waivers, right? Or agreement to participate. Doesn't necessarily have to be a waiver. It can just be agreement to participate, right? In which the agency or the activity coordinator lists all the risks, tells you, hey, you're about to engage in this activity and this is what may happen during it or while doing it. And then you, the participant, says, okay, I understand those risks, and then I still sign it that you're going to participate. Here we're saying that it pretty much is for acts of negligence that, that assumption of risk would kind of cover the plaintiff, but it wouldn't kind of keep the, actually cover the defendant, right? But it wouldn't kind of keep this plaintiff from suing for willful, wanton, or reckless misconduct, right? So pretty much anything that was beyond that simple negligence realm. That's explained consent. And then implied consent is what I just kind of giving you a notion about earlier. Participation in the activity itself kind of implies consent if risk is understood, right? Again, if you are kind of an experienced player and you still get that thing kind of get on the field, you're kind of implying your consent, right? Because you know what you're about to get into, kind of idea, and you're still, go and participate, right? So that's kind of implied consent that I was talking about. All right. When it comes to implied consent, the defendant is not totally relieved from liability, but the defendant actually may become just part of a comparative negligence case. Does that make any sense? What that means is that, okay, I'm a seasoned player on whatever sport, and I'm participating in this game. My participating in the game is implied consent, that I understand the risk and all that, right? But then if I get hurt by a negligent act of somebody running the game, then that person wouldn't be totally covered from liability, right? They still will be liable if the court finds that maybe part of the cause of my injury was mine, but then part was theirs, right? So we're gonna get to it in a little bit. There is this thing called comparative negligence, in which the court looks and tries to find out how much was my fault and how much was their fault, right? And so they kind of assess, give each party a percentage of fault, and then their fault, they have to pay me for their fault. Does that make any sense, what I just said? No, you're like, nope. When we get to comparative negligence, it will make more sense. So let's put a pin on that one. The next body of law in which you can frame your defense against negligence under common law is sovereign immunity. And immunity pretty much means that one or an entity is free from liability. And it's based on that notion that the peasant cannot sue the king. This usually only covers the government. And it's the notion that one cannot sue the government unless the government gives you permission to do so. Right. So the government has immunity, sovereign immunity, and you cannot sue the government unless they allow you to sue. Right. I know it's a contradiction, but that's how our legal system works. There's an exception because we're talking about the government, but it doesn't really cover some of the offices or some of the people working in it, right? And then the third body of law in which defense against negligence can be framed is Ultra Vires Act. This is also on the common law. And this is kind of an immunity. It's a defense that protects corporation from suit when employees is negligent. Like I mean, in my example of the coach getting drunk at after hours, they could use this Ultra Vires Act, right? Because they were not functioning within the scope of their duties. So just to recap where we are so far with the defenses, we have seen that there are three body of laws in which a defense against negligence can be framed. What are those three body of laws? Common law,
Contract law, statutory law.
And then we went through the first one, the first body of law, which is common law. And common law itself had three different ways in which you can mount a defense against negligence. Those three defenses under common law were which? Assumption of risk, immunity, Ultra Vires Act, right? So you see how that works. We have now completed the common law side. When we meet again, we're going to go over the other two body of laws that we can use to mount a defense against negligence, which are the contract law and the statutory law that we saw. Anyway, so that's all I have for today. We can see you on Tuesday.